You have unknown friends in high places, and what they are about to do to protect you is absolutely unbelievable. These are not the kind of friends who send you birthday texts or cards or like your photos online. These are the ones who move in complete silence, the ones whose existence would have never even suspect until the moment everything around you starts shifting in ways that make zero logical sense. And right now, wherever you are sitting, whatever you are carrying on your shoulders, there is something happening behind the scenes that's about to rearrange your entire reality. So look at what's been happening lately. Yeah, just recall that moments. I'm sure that you have been feeling it, haven't you? That strange sense that something is shifting, someone's watching over you, that certain situations that should have gone sideways somehow corrected themselves at the last moment, the last possible second. You have walked away from things that should have demolished you. You have come out of conversations that should have drained you, feeling strangely untouched. And every time you try to explain it to yourself, you call it luck, a coincidence, random chance. But deep down, you know better. You can feel it in your bones that something else is at play. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you noticed how certain people who once had so much to say about you have suddenly gone quiet? The ones who were so sure they had you figured out, so confident they could predict your entire move, your every move, your entire life, so convinced they could bring you down. Now they avoid eye contact. Now they mumble when your name comes up. Now they look like they have seen something they cannot explain, something that's rattled them to their core. That's not guilt you're seeing. That's fear. Pure primal, can't sleep at night fear. You don't realize it yet, but you have been under surveillance. Not the creepy kind, not the invasive kind, the kind where people at real influence, people whose names you'd recognize if you knew the right circles. People who operate at levels far above your current awareness. They have been watching your trajectory for longer than you can imagine. They have been noticing how you handle pressure, how you treat people when nobody's watching, how you carry yourself when everything falls apart. And somewhere along the way, you passed a test. You didn't even know you were taken. Yeah, you didn't know. Think back to that moment when everything seemed hopeless. Just think back. When you were sure you'd hit your limit. When you'd exhausted every option, when you'd run out of fight, and then something shifted. A door appeared where there was only wall. A person showed up with exactly what you needed, claiming they just happened to be there. Or a problem dissolved. Yeah, a problem dissolved that should have taken months to unravel. You told yourself, It was coincidence, because that was the only explanation you could stomach. But it wasn't coincidence. I don't believe that. It was intentional. The people who have been protecting you operate differently than anyone you've ever known. They don't need credit. They don't need recognition. They don't even need you to know they exist. They move through the world like shadows, altering outcomes, rearranging circumstances, removing obstacles before you even know they are there. And the only evidence they leave behind is the way your life keeps working out in ways that mathematically shouldn't be possible. Consider the enemies who thought they had you cornered, the ones who strategized late into the night about how to take you down, the ones who whispered lies into receptive ears, who planned everything, who positioned themselves to watch your career implode, your reputation crumble, your life fall apart. They had everything planned. Yeah, they'd accounted for every variable. They were so confident they'd win. And then nothing happened. Nothing happened. Their plans evaporated. Their group disappeared. Their carefully constructed schemes collapsed like a house of cards or in a hurricane. You know what they are saying now? They are asking each other the same questions over and over. Who is protecting this person? Who keeps intervening? Who is powerful enough to derail everything we've done? And the answer is someone they cannot reach, cannot touch, cannot even identify. Your protectors have been playing chess while your enemies have been were playing checkers. And the game was reached from the beginning. Here is what you need to understand about these unknown friends. They didn't choose you randomly. They chose you because of something they saw in you. And that's really important part. Maybe it was the way you refused to become bitter when life handed you betrayal after betrayal. Maybe it was how you kept your integrity when it would have been so easier to compromise. Maybe it was your resilience. Yeah, your refusal to stay down, your ability to find strength in moments when everyone else would have shattered. I think whatever it was, it caught their attention. And once you caught their attention, everything changed. You have no idea how many times your life has been rerouted. How many accidents never happened because someone intervened. How many opportunities that seemed lost were actually redirected to find you. How many attacks were neutralized before they could land. You walk through your days thinking you are navigating the world on your own, but you are actually moving through a carefully curated environment designed to keep you safe and position you for something bigger. The protection you're receiving isn't random, it's precise, it's surgical, it's happening at a level of coordination that would make your head spin if you could see the full picture. And every person who's come into your life at exactly the right moment, every opportunity that materialized out of thin air, every disaster that somehow missed you by inches. These are not accidents. These are moves, strategic moves made by people who understand the long game. You have already decided you are worth the investment. And your enemies, the ones who were so sure they could break you, they cannot figure out why nothing works anymore. They throw everything they have at you and watch it bounce off invisible walls. They set traps and watch them spring back in their own faces. They try to isolate you and watch doors open from places they never considered. They are not just losing. They are being systematically dismantled by forces they cannot comprehend. And the beauty of it is they will never know who is doing it. They think about the people who have wronged you, the ones who lied about you, betrayed you, tried to destroy your reputation. Look at where they are now. Look at how their lives have turned out. Look at the way things have shifted in ways that probably feel like cosmic justice to you. That's not the universe being poetic. That's your protectors working. They are not just shielding you, they are actively addressing anyone who tries to harm you. And it's not through violence or threats. Nothing so crude. Through leverage, information, influence, through the quiet extortion of power that leaves no fingerprints. You're walking through life with a security detail you cannot see. The people who have been assigned to guard you have resources you cannot imagine. They have access to information that could destroy your enemies with a single phone call. They have relationships with people who control things you have never even thought about. They have the ability to make problems disappear with a kind of efficiency that would terrify you if you understood the mechanics behind it. And they have been using all of that on your behalf without you even knowing. Here is the part that really gets them. The enemies who thought they'd won, who celebrated your downfall prematurely, who danced on what they thought was your grave. They don't even know who they are fighting. They are swinging at shadows, raging against a machine they cannot see, exhausting themselves on a battle they were never equipped to win. And every day they wake up, they feel the pressure increasing. Every night they lay in bed, they replay everything they did, trying to figure out where they went wrong. They will never find the answer, because the answer is something they cannot access. You, on the other hand, are thriving, even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when the weight is crushing, even when you cannot see the way forward. You are thriving because you are being carried. You are being lifted by hands you cannot see, guided by voices you cannot hear, protected by people whose faces you will never know. And the truth is, they don't want you to know. They want you to keep being exactly who you are, because who you are is what drew them to you in the first place. Every challenge you faced has been a test. Every struggle has been crucible. Every pain has been purifying. And you have been past every single one. Every single one. That's why the protection has intensified. That's why the enemies who used to be so bold are now so quiet. That's why doors that were locked are suddenly swinging open. You have proven yourself worthy of the investment. You've demonstrated that you can handle the truth without crumbling. And now the people who have been watching are about to show you just how powerful their protection really is. They are going to start moving more openly. Not obviously, not in ways that alert your enemies, but in ways that you will start to notice. You will see patterns emerging. You will recognize the hand of something larger than coincidence. You will begin to understand that your life, your precious life, has been orchestrated with a precision that goes far beyond luck. And when that happens, everything changes. Not because the world changes, but because you will finally see it for what it is. The attacks on you will continue. That's the nature of what you are becoming. People who shine attract shadows always. People who rise attract those who want to pull them down. People who embody integrity attract those who cannot stand to look at it. But here is what they don't understand. Every attack on you is being recorded. Every attempt to harm you is being cataloged. Every shame against you is being tracked. And when the time is right, all of that evidence will be used. Not by you, because you don't need to fight, but by people who have already decided you are worth protecting. Your unknown friends in high places are the most dangerous allies you could ever have. Because they don't need to be seen to be effective. They don't need to be acknowledged to be powerful. They don't need your gratitude to keep working. They are motivated by something deeper. They recognize something in you that's rare, something valuable, something worth preserving. And they are going to keep protecting you whether you believe it or not. Yeah. Whether you understand it or not. Look at the people around you. the ones who suddenly appeared in your life and started helping you in ways you couldn't explain. The ones who offered opportunities with no strings attached. The ones who defended you when you were not even present. You thought they were random acts of kindness from strangers. But nothing about this has been random. These people were placed. They were positioned. They were activated by your protectors to serve specific functions at specific times. And when their tasks were complete, they faded away, leaving you wondering what just happened. That's how this works. Yeah, that's how this works. That's the system that's been building around you. It's elegant, efficient, and completely invisible. The only way you'd ever known it exists is someone you know, or which is what's happening right now. You are being told because it's time for you to understand. Not so you can change anything, because the protection will continue regardless, but so you can rest, so you can stop trying to control everything, so you can release the burden of constant vigilance and trust that you are being carried by forces far greater than your enemies can comprehend. You don't have to do anything. You don't have. That's the beautiful part. You don't have to fight back. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Your only job is to keep being who you are. That's the point. Keep showing up, keep working, keep growing, keep staying true to yourself. And the people who have been watching, the ones who saw you when nobody else could see, they will handle everything else. They will clear the path. They will neutralize the threats. They will position you for the rise that's already in motion. The enemies who thought they could destroy you have already lost. They just don't know it yet. Just don't know. They are still strategizing, still plotting, still trying to figure out how to get to you. But every move they make is being monitored. Every plan they form is being countered. Every attack they launch is being absorbed. They are throwing themselves against a fortress they cannot see, exhausting themselves on a battle they cannot win, and gradually, understanding that something is wrong. Something is protecting you. Something is making you untouchable. And you, the chosen one, the one who was never supposed to survive, the one who everyone counted out, the one who was underestimated and undervalued and dismissed. You are going to keep rising. You are going to keep thriving. You are going to keep proving everyone wrong, not because you are better than them, but because you were never alone. You had unknown friends in high places from the very beginning, and what they are about to do to protect you is going to leave you to leave everyone speechless, not you. Everyone speechless. The shift is coming. The revelation is near. The moment when everyone who doubted you, everyone who dismissed you, everyone who tried to destroy you, will finally understand who they were dealing with. Not because you will let them, because you don't need to. You don't. But because the results will be undeniable. The outcomes will be inexplicable. The protection will be unmistakable. And they will know. They will all know. And when they do, you will be standing in your purpose, exactly where you were always meant to be, surrounded by protection you never asked for, but were always given. You don't need to understand how it works. You don't need to know the names of your protectors. You don't need to understand the mechanisms of the systems that have been built around you. All you need to know is that it's real, it's happening, and it's not going to stop. Your unknown friends in high places have made a decision about you. They have invested in you. They have committed to you. And what they are about to do to protect you is going to change everything. Everything. So breathe. Yeah, breathe, my beautiful soul. Release the anxiety. Let go of the fear. Stop worrying about how everything is going to work out, because it's already working out. It's been working out. Yeah, you just couldn't see it until now. But now you can. Now you know. And knowing changes everything. You have unknown friends in high places. You are protected. You are watched over. You are being guided towards something incredible. And nothing your enemies can do will ever change that. Every time you feel alone, remember this. Every time you feel like giving up, remember this. Every time you feel like your efforts are meaningless, remember this. There are eyes on you. There are hands reaching for you. There are people in high places who have already decided you are worth everything they have. And they are going to prove it in ways you cannot imagine, at times you least expect. Through channels you will never see or see. The protection is coming. It's already here, and it's about to change everything. And your enemies are going to keep making mistakes. They are going to keep underestimating you. They are going to keep thinking they can win. And they are going to keep losing every single time. Because they are not just fighting you anymore. They are fighting the systems that have been built around you. They are fighting the people who have been assigned to you. They are fighting the forces that have decided you matter. And they have no idea, what they are up against. This is your moment. Not the moment of victory, not yet, but the moment of understanding. The moment when everything clicks into place. The moment when you finally realize that you were not just surviving, you were being protected. You were not just lucky, you were being guided. You were not just resilient, you were being prepared. And now that you know, you can move forward differently, with confidence, with peace, with the absolute certainty that no matter what comes, you are not facing it alone. The unknown friends in high places are real. The protection is real. The intervention is real. And what they are about to do is going to make everything that's happened so far look like nothing. The best is yet to come. The protection is about to intensify. The doors are about to open wider. The enemies are about to be defeated or dealt with more decisively. And you are going to be positioned for the kind of rise that people write stories about, not because you earned it through struggle alone, though you did struggle, you did, it's undeniable, but because you were chosen, because you were seen, because you were protected, and nothing can change that. You have unknown friends in high places, and they are about to show you exactly what that means.